The rules of hip hop are mired in a book of gray where bylaws and conduct are often looked at as nothing more than jest. But the rule, the number one rule in the rap game that goes untalked about, is in the G Code manual. It simply states, quote, "Don't be lying." We all know that boasting and over-exaggerating is condoned, but lying is not. Lying about what you own, lying about where you're from, and lying about what you've done in the streets. And it is well known in rap music that Davon Bennett, or King Von to millions of his fans around the planet, that none of the aforementioned applied to Von. 3, 4, 5, maybe more. It is not quite known how many times behind the hot smoking barrel of a gun and yet another soul departs this earth that the trigger was pulled by King Von himself. At the age of 16, Von went to jail for the first time, and it would be one of many run-ins with the law that would ensnare him. On May 29th of 2014, King Von with Black Disciples gang associate Michael Wade were at a birthday party when Von told Wade that an opposing gang member was, quote, "steady eyeballing me," unquote. Von and Wade left the party and returned later on, where they encountered 3 individuals, including 19-year-old Malcolm Stuckey. According to witnesses, as soon as Wade and Von seen the victims, they started running. Multiple shots rang out. All 3 were hit. One of the bullets from the .40 caliber Smith & Wesson pistol found the back of the head of Stuckey, who at the time was a college student and was also employed as a janitor at a Chicago museum. His family asserts that he was not in a gang. Quickly, Davon Bennett and Michael Wade were arrested for his murder and also for the shooting of Marquise Carpenter. For 3.5 years, Von stayed in the Cook County Jail, where eventually charges were dropped against him. Wade, however, was not so lucky. Even though he was not found guilty of the murder, he was convicted of aggravated battery and given a 28-year prison sentence. King Von was finally free. In any normal situation, when one is granted his freedom back, it would be believed he would turn his life around, and most would say he did just that. But then again, we are talking about King Von here. Rumors swirl around hip-hop channels and vloggers that Von was either the one who pulled the trigger or was at the scene of 7+ murders. One of the murders that Chicago homicide detectives believe Von is responsible for committing is that of Jakira Barnes, who was a rival of Von's from the Black Disciples' fiercest rivals, the Gangster Disciples. If you don't believe the rumors, one simply only needs to listen to his music. King Von has been known as many things, one of them, however, never being a liar. On February 5th of 2019, police say King Von and associate Little Durk, real name Dirk Derek Banks, were the ones behind a robbery in Midtown Atlanta, Georgia, where they robbed and shot a man, reportedly taking $30,000 worth of jewelry and cash from him. The victim was taken to the hospital, where he was treated for a gunshot wound to the leg. Little Durk and King Von were later arrested and granted bail. You live by the sword and you die by it as well. On the early morning hours of November 6th of 2020, while out on bail, King Von and his crew were confronted by a rival rapper, Quando Rondo, and his crew. During the confrontation, blows were exchanged between Von and Rondo. During the fight, an associate of Rondo's, one Timothy Leaks, aka Little Tim, opened fire, striking Von in the torso. Immediately, an on-duty Atlanta police officer and an off-duty police officer working in the club returned fire, striking Leaks and several other individuals. King Von was taken to Grady Hospital by private car 1 mile away, where later he died from his injuries. In total, 3 people were killed and 3 were wounded. At the time of his death, he was 26 years of age. And to add insult to injury, the day after he died, reportedly his house was robbed for all of his possessions by his own crew. And here we are in Atlanta, Georgia. We are on Trinity Southwest, and across the street, the address 255 Trinity Southwest. That's the Monaco Hookah Lounge. This was where King Von and his associates were at on that night when they ran into Quando Rondo's crew, and the fight happened right here. And when Timothy Leaks shot King Von, he collapsed right there. Right there. And about 1 mile away from the shooting location, they took King Von to this hospital, Grady Hospital. And this is where he died. He was pronounced dead November 6th of 2020. So anyways, guys, this is where the video ends. I know you guys want to see his grave. However, I'm not going to show his grave. I'm not in Chicago, and I'm not even trying to get involved in any and all that. But however, my buddy has done a grave video. The link to his video will be in the description box below. He has a YouTube channel called The Murder Book, and he visited King Von's grave. Me, I'm not gonna do it, but he did it, so go check out his video. Show him some love. All right, guys, I am out of here. I'll catch up with y'all later. Peace out.